Great Lakes Prepping here. Do you remember the tiny, expensive little pouches of astronaut ice cream they used to sell at gift shops at NASA visitor centers and science museums and things like that? For something like $8, you could get a tiny brick of something that resembles Neapolitan ice cream if it were made out of styrofoam. Well, it's a whole new world, and nowadays you aren't limited to a freeze-dried block of Neapolitan ice cream when you have a sweet tooth and you want something that resembles a frozen treat but isn't. Well, the folks at Mountain House have outdone themselves again, because for anywhere between $4 and $9, you can have your very own freeze-dried ice cream sandwich. Now, I'll mention that I would probably never buy these unless maybe the price was ridiculously low, but I was recently sent a couple of these samples, and I figured I'd try one and make a little video about it. Before I get into it, I was curious about the history of this astronaut ice cream, and so I did a little reading. Interestingly, NASA actually commissioned the Whirlpool Corporation in the 60s to basically create freeze-dried ice cream so they could use it for astronauts on space missions. But it would seem that the astronauts didn't really much care for it, and in fact, astronaut ice cream never even made it onto a space mission ever. And since the 1970s, astronauts have just taken regular old frozen ice cream into space and stored it in something resembling a regular old freezer. So it would seem that the commissioned work that NASA paid for was kind of all for nothing, except it pretty much gave the world a weird novelty treat that elementary school kids all over the place always wanted to have, and then became subsequently disappointed when they got to try it. But anyhow, I'll give this thing a shot. Who doesn't like a nice ice cream sandwich? It's even in the little white paper wrapping, just like a real one. Although there's an awful lot of shape coming out of it already. Now, if I hadn't have told you that was freeze-dried, would you be able to tell that it was from here? I'm actually kind of impressed that it stayed this intact through packaging and transport and whatever else happened to it between the factory and my hand. But it's pretty solid. Well, the middle ice cream part is pretty much like what I remember with those old blocks of astronaut ice cream. I'll say the cookie sandwich part is quite hard, but I don't know. It's alright. I guess I wouldn't turn one down if someone offered it to me, but if you want to try one for yourself, Amazon sells them for, there's somebody on there selling them for about $9 for an individual one, or if you buy a case of 12, it works out to be about $3 or $4 a piece. My opinion is there's a lot more bang for your buck you can get if you're trying to buy freeze-dried food, or even sweets that have a long shelf life. But if you want a little novelty item, I guess it's worth trying. If someone gives you one for free anyway, give it a shot. Anyway, that's it. Just a short little video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Great Lakes Prepping.